He's doing it perfectly well. And he's using his media organization to do the same. So let me quickly rush to
presenting him in a very bad light. To some of us who genuinely actually see his what do you call it? His drive for something different, like you said yourself, 2019. Okay,
Mr. Mayegun, you know something.
Yeah.
You know something. People like that, they need people's validation to be able to do the things they are doing. And how will they get that people's validation? By saying that they are an alternative to the status quo. And they know that is what we need. So when they paint themselves in the light of this is what you want, this is what you need, they know we'll support them, regardless of whatever they are spraying or saying. I'm sorry, African Wahala, but then the truth has to be said about Sowore today. I've listened to his rubbish too much and I can't take it anymore.
Fair enough.
So that's why I just have to say. And lastly, sir, you see, Confessor is another bigot and a very stupid old man. And I wouldn't be surprised for the fact that he lashes at the Igbo people, he lashes at Obi at every given opportunity. It is his last fight, his last dance to protect his fraudulent legacy of the noble laureate he earned. It was written and we have read that the award was not meant for him. It was meant for an Igbo person. So he needed to protect that legacy before he died. Let him do it. Let him continue. But then he's of course a foolish one.
Dami, thank you very much. Okay, for sharing this.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayegun.
You have a good one, bro. See, on Mayegun's diary political, if you disagree with what somebody says, you just have to pick up the phone and then maybe you could come in and say yours. Okay. Let's see. I think I have another caller.
Well,
hello there.
Hello, Mr. Mayegun, the General.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Anyway, thank you. I'm calling from Italy. Wilson is the name.
That's Wilson from Italy.
Yes. Yes, I think I've been trying to becoming a regular caller on this platform and on way forward for Nigeria.
Please.
You see, Mayegun, there's one thing I always tell people, that maybe all these people that are claiming to love Nigeria more than themselves, claiming to like what the oppressors are doing. Please, since 1960, there's no Igbo man have ever tested the power of Nigeria.
No.
But in any little thing they do in Nigeria, they call Igbo man. Faster, they will just say, Igbo man have done this, Igbo man have done the other thing. Since 1960 has been, if you go and check it, after Nnamdi Azikiwe, which it's a Romanian president.
He never invited the president of Nigeria. It's because he wanted to stop a coup. Then he made it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So there has never been any person with power.
So now, I want Wole Soyinka, I want all these people that have been playing down on Igbo people and saying so many things and calling Igbo people names. Please, your brothers, whichever way from Hausa or from Fulani or from Yoruba, has been ruling. Obasanjo ruled Nigeria 2 times, and Buhari ruled Nigeria 2 times. This is from Fulani. This is how many? I want everybody who are listening to this program, tell me when an Igbo man has tested this power that made you to have this kind of a hatred. If it is anything that concerns Igbo people, they take it because the politicians have made it to be so. And our brothers who are playing along with them, going to the House of Representatives, putting themselves so down, never said anything. I told them there's a time will come. Everybody will say what they have. I don't pray for Nigeria to divide. I don't do that. You know why I don't do that? That is a divine, is just divine. And anybody who have a thinking faculty, we know that anywhere we have, UK is trying to divide, but they are not doing so. What they are doing, if you check the market Nigeria is a big market. No African country can compete with Nigeria because of the population, because of our tribes, our culture. No African country will do that. because of what we have.
You believe what you just said now? You really believe that?
Yeah. Do you know? Do you know why? Do you know what I'm saying? Even if they are,
do you really believe what you just said?
I believe that. I believe yes, in a way.
Or is someone you
Nigeria,
wish, like Nigeria can be a great country, Nigeria can this and that, or Nigeria is.
Yes.
No,
yes, Nigeria
can be.
Oh,
Nigeria from Nigeria is.
Okay, Nigeria can be.
I'm sorry to
let me say
confuse you, okay? It's because I just feel comfortable to listen to that because I know it's not true. Okay?
No. You are right. You are right because you don't.
Nigeria could be a great place if it were managed. The population, the people, the culture, this and that, right? It could be a very great place. But what we have
very
right
great
now,
place.
come on, man.
What we have now is that we have criminals in power.
Okay.
We have criminals everywhere. The pastors are not making it right. The imam, all of them are. Even sometimes I told them if I can take power in Nigeria, all these people will be executed because they are the problem. They are not even saying the truth. That, Michael, do you know the problem? The problem is that nobody wants to even say the truth. Nobody. Just a peanut, you start lying. Okay, look at Okupe. You said you are with somebody. It's not even up to 1 year. 1 year and you start denying what you said you are labeled for.
He said he didn't believe. He knew he won't win. But you were there lying to people. Like, what does that make you as an old man?
As an old man, when listen, the only thing I tell Nigerians, you see, if you like, say your criminal is better than Igbo criminal. If you like, say your criminal is better than Hausa criminal. Anyhow, way you like to paint the criminal. Look at the soup we're in now. Upon all these things, Nigerian president is a criminal, well known. Nigerian vice president is a terrorist, well known. Nigerian senate president is a criminal, a money laundering, well known. Nigerian speaker of House of Representatives is a criminal, well known. Chief of staff in Nigeria is a criminal, well known, even stole in America, and all the whole governors that. I'm coming to that. All the whole governors, 11 governors that Tinubu appoint are criminals, well known. They can't give account of what they have governed in their previous states. Now, all the House of Assembly members who are there supporting, saying Nigeria is moving. Nigeria is not going nowhere. Nigeria is not moving nowhere. They are all criminals. Okay, what do we do? Now, I want to ask Nigerians, I want everybody to have it in mind. During Buhari 8 years, nobody dare protest. Nobody. Now, Tinubu, they have started it. Nobody dare protest. If Nigeria still continue and Igbo man go there and you want to protest and you being killed, are you being killed? Are you being... Yes, that's what I'm saying. So anybody should mindful what he's saying or mindful of what he's doing. The Europe we are seeing today.
You go be president forever.
Not even tribe. No one tribe can be president forever. No one. So make we mind on how we are dealing or how we are saying about all these things about Nigerians or all these things about our leaders. These leaders are criminals. There's nothing like a leader. You call them by their names because if you start calling leaders, you are giving them more respect. You call them by their name. They are all rogue. They don't deserve anything. We all live in Europe. If you steal, if you thief here, if you take anything, the law will take place. The law will take place upon you. Not anything, nobody will save you. That is how society being built. That is the society being built. Not the way we are looking at it. Sometimes I weep for Nigeria, and I must thank you for all that you have done to enlighten our people. You keep on doing the good work. Keep on doing the good work. Sometimes, if I listen to it, I go somewhere, I go cry small. I say, why this guy is even bothering himself?
I could talk. I could just stop sometimes. I could just like, man.
I see him. I say the thing go
too long, and I know if they cry on top screen, right? That's why I have to kind of brace it and continue. Oh yeah, they talk. I go talk to reach one side and I go just like say more.
It's just like yesterday. It's just like yesterday on. The thing it just weak me. I said make I off this thing because you don't they chop me. You don't they chop me. You don't they make me a day more. You don't enter me too much. You don't enter me too much. I say, please, thank you very much. Yeah, God will bless you and keep on strengthening you. Thank you very much.
Okay, you have a good one. Okay, so that's a Wilson, ladies and gentlemen. I have another caller on the line, but I'm going to ask us who are here. If you haven't really pay your own offering, your offering is to like that broadcast. Okay, take a moment and do that while you continue your charts in the comments. Hello.
MOG.
Sir.
I greet you as usual. My GO. Look, how are you, sir?
I'm very well, how are you too?
Good. How is Agbeke? I think she's okay now.
She's putting it together, you know. She's getting, support. We are still on it, sir.
That is good. That's good. That's good. Yes, I call you direct purposely because of the last caller.
Sir.
I'm so happy that you corrected him of what he's saying about population of Nigeria make us to be great. There are some countries which is not up to 1 million and they are doing great. We cannot be.
We have this. Sorry to cut you, right? There is this mentality among Nigerians, okay, and it was coming from the politicians as well. They are mostly the ones that are telling us back then we are giant of Africa. We have this. The rest of Africa, we are the biggest in this, but that is not true.
No.
Sir.
No. Population is not. It's not about Nigerians. What is the population of Italy? What's the population of UK? And they are doing fine. Only we are just blessed with the bad leaders, the lawbreakers. I purposely call you because of that man. I'm so annoyed.
I know.
God bless you.
That's why I asked him that. Do you really believe what you said, or you're just repeating what we have been, we have been hearing and saying for years? And he was right. He was like, "Oh yeah, that's okay. I don't believe what I said." That's
right.
God bless you, sir. Okay.
Thank you, man. God bless. Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú ẹ. Wàá ṣoríire. Ọwọ́ ayé ò ní ká ẹ. Ọwọ́ ọ̀tá ò ní ká ẹ. Whoever wants you to die, the person will die.
Sure, Baba.
Thank you. God bless you. Amen.
Yes, sir. So that's one. Okay. There are something that the Nigerian criminal politicians continue to make us believe. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. How? Oh, we have the biggest population. The rest of the world, they are going to they will be rushing Nigerians because you see the market, 200 million people. About 200 million fine bara. Poverty capital, people that cannot afford anything because the criminals in charge of Nigeria, they have economically destroyed their people. Nigeria is actually like walking poverty. Honestly speaking, I don't know if some of you understand what it means. Nigeria has been so mismanaged. Like Nigeria is textbook definition of what poverty is. Nigerians, they are like a walking poverty. No thanks to these rogues. So your number is meaningless when you can no longer afford cable TV, when you cannot afford to buy new cars, when you cannot afford to live in a better built houses of where you cannot access or even pay for good medical care. People can't afford anything. Businesses are complaining of a patronage. Your population is no longer a blessing. No thanks to these criminals who have done so well to ensure to continue to undermine the human capital development. Human development starts, a population like that, you need to educate them. You have 200 million people who are not educated, poorly educated, miseducated. Do you even understand what that means? 64 years after independence, Nigeria is import dependent. 80% of what you use in Nigeria is imported, including a locomotive. Cars abandoned from other part of the world. They are just brand new in Nigeria. 15 years, 20 years car, 10 years cars. They are brand new. Luxury in that place. People are working. They are working like jackals. But they cannot afford to even to buy themselves a car. That's too much. It has gotten so worse that people are working. They cannot afford to feed. What's the use of that population? We have super egos. Come on, shut up, man. We have whiskey. They have video. Show normal. Are you normal? Are you normal? You know, so they did not empower that population. You are not educated. You have known nothing. But politicians want you to believe that you are a giant of Africa, which is a lie. You can't even generate your own electricity. 64 years after independence. Come on, man. Hello.
Uncle Michael.
Oh,
is that okay?
Are you back from church? Or you didn't go anywhere?
Church. I got back from Lagos yesterday.
Don't say that. So you've been away?
Yes, I have gist. Okay, so
now I want to listen to all the gists. Okay,
first of all, respect to all the elders in the chat room as a Yoruba girl, wherever everybody is. Number one, Uncle Michael, the caller that was talking about, Nigeria has the largest population. That's the example that I've been saying every time I call. That's an example of the average Nigerian. When you don't have the right information given to you, you're going to think a certain way. And I think, I keep on saying this, being a Nigerian and a diasporan is very different to being a full-time citizen in Nigeria. Right? So let's show some grace to that man. He doesn't know because that's all the information he has. Maybe he hardly gets to see any news on Nigeria. Because if you live in Nigeria or if you're from the network of the elders, you have a very narrow way of seeing Nigeria. Nigeria does not share the real news. Propaganda is the biggest issue we have in Nigeria.
It is.
The biggest issue. So I wanted to say that, everybody in the chat room was, making some comments, but I felt bad because I thought maybe he hasn't heard anything else, Uncle Michael.
And there are many people like him. I used to be like that too, Aduke.
Yes, there's many.
Be like, oh, this Nigeria must be a great. So the disappointment I initially had about Nigeria was the unfulfilled fantasy I had as a child, right?
Yes.
Because I was like, this Nigeria, there are so many songs that we have to sing to remind us that it could be a great country. We're lied to. That's my disappointment.
Yes, it's all propaganda.
And they continue to repeat those lies, believing they will become truth. They won't.
It's so bad. It's all propaganda. I mean, even look at what he said about the population. There is no database that can allow us to know the population of Nigeria. The reason why you hear them talking about the population of Nigeria is it allows them to get government loans, international loans. Nigeria does not have a syndicated database. We do not know how many people are living in Nigeria.
We do not.
So when you hear people say Nigeria has 20 billion, it's really saying, how do we get more money from the global banks? How do we get loans?
That's right.
It's another example of, propaganda.
And it's not just on Nigerians, even on the rest of the world, somehow.
Yes, even here in the UK, number one scammer, legal. I call them the legal scammers of the world.
They do it illegally. You see about the violence that states always unleash on people that they consider as, dissident or rebels, right? They believe that they have the monopoly of that violence. So their own violence on you is legal. When they shoot and kill you for carrying a placard, they'll say, well, the police killed you. Well, it must be legal.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's the same about the whole propaganda thing, too. They did all the crime legally.
Yeah, and I think we underestimate how much propaganda is being pushed in our community. When I was in Lagos, like I said before, I called a couple of weeks ago, I hardly saw anything in the news on Kumaido. Hardly. And I didn't even have time to watch the news. By the time we got in the car, you're listening to the radio is not telling you the news. By the time we got to the meetings or the offices, the conversation was around the generator. The conversation was trying to get money to pay a bill, to pay somebody. So before you even hear, you know, the calamity of Nigeria, probably about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night.
You do not even have any more strength to possibly even like talk about it that time, other than just to get yourself ready for tomorrow. I get it.
Yeah.
They have made it, you know, they have made the trouble of people in Nigeria right now about bills, right? And I think that used to be a thing in the UK too, until, you know, and I think also that is synonymous to economics in distress. When you have economic problem in your country, right? So you are likely going to be pushed to such extreme belief and all of that, and then you just flow with it. You know, the idea of okay.
Yeah, and so if you have that mindset, if we can look at that, when you're in the diaspora and you're saying, "Oh, Nigeria is so bad," Nigeria, you have to understand what's the context. You know, what is on ground? The poor people, like I keep on saying, they're too busy being poor. They're distracted with their poverty. So whatever plan everybody has in their mind, how are we going to make a change? It has to be a communal change. There's no savior change. It's never going to be one person, because the rich people have stolen enough money to manipulate the poor people. So if you tell the poor people, oh, you should, you know, go and destroy the police stations, the rich people will say, well, take 10,000 naira, give it to everybody in the community.
And tell them to stay at home. Don't go anywhere.
And tell them, there you go. So when people, as we're analyzing and listening, I think there's a reality that everybody has to play a part, and it's going to be a long game. Nigeria is not going to change in 24 hours. I was there for 2.5 weeks. When I tell you, Uncle Maigo, people are cashing out. People are cashing.